Welcome to Have You Heard? And we're going to be listening today, for the first time in a long time, to Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And we are revisiting Trilogy, and we're going to be playing the first track, or actually the first three tracks, because it's just one piece in three. Endless Enigma, oh gosh, Fugue, and the Endless Enigma Part 2. Uh, we haven't done enough ELP on the channel. I adore this band, and I think they offer prog something just a little bit different, while a little of it is the same. We shall talk about it in a bit more detail afterwards, but let's in the meantime listen to this wonderful introduction to a superb album, my favourite ELP album. But let's get the headphones on, have a little listen. Emerson, Lake and Palmer from the album Trilogy, released in June 1972. Here we go. Um, some critics call that pretentious. How on earth do they arrive at that adjective? Pretentious. Um, it's just magnificent music played by three virtuosos. Um, it is so interesting and so different, and yet of its influences, if you like. I mean, it is it is very classical based, isn't it? Uh, but there again, you've got jazz feelings as well. Um, this exposed me to a different kind of music. I must admit, I classical music was always in the background, if you like, and as a child and at school, you were exposed to a few of um, the greatest hits, if you like, the stuff that everybody knew and everybody listened to. Um, but I mean, ELP got me into Mussorgsky. I mean, what? With, of course, pictures and exhibition. And of course, everything on the first album, or most from the first album, had a derivative from classical music. But what they wanted to do here was to write their own music, and not just be that band that rips off the classics, which is what some cynical critics were saying. Which is why um, they released this album before they released Pictures at an Exhibition, although that in fact had been was ready and available earlier. They didn't want to perpetuate, if you like, that myth that they were just ripping off the classics. And that's why I think this album works the best of everything, the best of all the albums, in that um, I mean, they lean on their influences, but they're writing fresh stuff themselves. And this is a perfect example, a suite of three pieces um, that just display how good they are. Uh, and again, they almost sound like a heavy metal band at times with those heavy organ chords that really add power. And that was something that other prog bands weren't really doing at that time. Um, Nothing quite as heavy as ELP could get. And then on the other hand, they could be as light as a feather, and they could be as dexterous and nimble as Keith Emerson's hands in the fugue section of this. I mean, what playing! And Greg Lake's counterpoint bass, no one talks about that. Why not? It's incredible. Ah, love this band. Love this album. Love this song. And 1972, my word, what a year. I've made a list of the albums that came out in 1972, and argue with me if you will that there hasn't been a better year for new music ever. Close to the Edge, Foxtrot, Argus, Thick as a Brick, Ziggy Stardust, Seventh Sojourn, Stephen Still's Manassas, Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill, Straub's Grave New World. All of those albums came out in 1972. And I had no money, but I had to buy them all. Oh dear, my bank balance never recovered. Because it just got me into the habit of, you got to buy music, let's get some more music. And this was one of those albums. Uh, they never played this album much live because it was so difficult to do. And there's a lovely booklet here in this 2015 remaster CD that I have. The booklet um, quotes from a lot that Greg Lake had to say. Of course, it came out after Keith had died. Um, but Greg's talking a lot in the booklet about how difficult this song and Abaddon's Bolero and Trilogy, the title track, how difficult it was to play live. Because there are so many overdubs, far more than on any other ELP album. And so they never, after the first couple of attempts, they never did it again. They never played it live again, apart from the first few gigs on the tour supporting Trilogy, which is a real pity. But I guess you can understand it. You cannot, if you're not happy and you don't think you're recreating it as well as you can, then you have to leave it out. It's a studio masterpiece only. Um, but it's Greg Lake's favourite album. It always has been, or it was while he was still alive. And to think that they recorded this mainly in 1971. And it's a remarkable LP. Right, I've had my say. ELP. We haven't done ELP since Pirates, which was a long time ago, and we've only done Living Sin as well. I don't know why. I think I was nervous in the early days of the channel because lots of reactors have done lots of ELP songs. But I'm over that now. I mean, Have You Heard doesn't have to be just about stuff that no one has reacted to. It's just a sharing a wonderful piece of music with like-minded people. And hopefully, if you've clicked on, you're still with us. If you haven't heard my two reviews of those two songs, they're in the prog rock playlist on the channel, and we will be doing more ELP. As I say, I'm over it now, and I'm going to be playing my favourite songs from ELP because they deserve to be played. I just want to listen to them again, and I just want to enjoy them again. So why not enjoy them with a lot of new friends that I'm making on the channel? And thank you very much. I think you guys know who you are. Okay, please give me some feedback. What do you love about ELP? What are your favourite songs? Give me some suggestions as to perhaps pieces that we can listen to again on the channel. Like and subscribe would be very, very helpful, please. We are moving up through the 400s now in subscriptions, which is so exciting. But what I really want people to do is to just click on and watch the videos. We're well over 120 now, so there's something for everyone, and that will continue to be the case. And we will continue to put out a video every day. Tomorrow is Epic Track Review number 4 in our Monday series. I think a lot of you know what will be coming based on what we did last week, but hopefully I'll see you then. So until then, thank you all so much for spending a little bit of time with me, and have a great day. Cheers, everybody.